Thank you so much for talking with me today. I'm Kelly Kearney from Starry Constellation Magazine. I cannot wait for this special. It looked fantastic. So
Hi,
my first
Kelly.
question is for Moira Ross. Where did the idea for Hannah Waddingham's Home for Christmas special come from? Was it Hannah's idea? Did Apple TV approach you after Eurovision and Ted Lasso was complete, or was it something that you all created together?
Yeah, it was something that we created together, and it's been in a creative process that's taken more than a year. But also, it's been a dream of Hannah's to have her own musical special for probably as long as she was a little girl, and that was most certainly helped along by her wonderful manager Nick Tedisco, who played a major role as well in bringing the collaboration to Done and Dusted and to Apple. And I worked on the development from very early stages. So yeah, it was something that existed for some time and is very much about Hannah and Hannah being herself, and it is not really it's not out of the Ted Lasso world in that sense. It exists separately.
Yeah, I love the parts about her telling kind of personal stories. That was really nice to see. And obviously, she deserves any special she wants because her talent is fantastic. David, musical director, I have to talk about your musical directing. That voice, those costumes, that stage presence. Hannah is mesmerizing on stage. What was it like, kind of harnessing that talent on stage and then bringing it to a small screen?
Oh, great question. It was a pleasure. It was a joy to do actually, because Hannah is so confident and a consummate professional. So actually, you're never in any doubt or fear when you're making music with her. So it was really obvious from the beginning that we were like-minded musically. And for me, as an accompanist and as a director, it's lovely to have an artist that is so sure of their skills and so able to deliver anything that's needed. We would try all kinds of songs out. We only had time to do 8, but we tried loads of things out, and we would sort of play them through, get to the end, and just look at each other and go, "Well, it's fabulous, but we've already got one that does that," or you know what I mean. So yeah, there's lots of great moments that unfortunately didn't make it to the special. But yeah, the answer is she's a joy to accompany because she's so good.
Well, did you both together work on songs that you thought might be included, and then as she was performing them, you kind of weeded some out, kept some in, or did she come to the special with kind of a list of things that she wanted to work on, and you kind of met her there?
I think when you're
It's
approaching Christmas, there's a lot of choice, isn't there? So it
yeah.
was a very much a collaborative process, because there are lots of different song opportunities. So it was a jigsaw, wasn't it, in terms of putting the music together?
Absolutely, it's really hard to answer the question quickly and easily because we tried so many things, and they were all fun to do. There are so many fun Christmas tunes, but yes, Hannah definitely did have a very strong mind in terms of what she wanted to sing and how she wanted to sing. So it was really nice for us and easy for us to collaborate with her.
Was there any song that you were really hoping to include in the special, but it just wasn't time, or it kind of just got stuck on the editing room floor? Was there anything that you really wanted to maybe include that you just weren't able to?
Yes, but now I'm frowning because I'm trying to remember
I know, I
exactly
can't
which
remember.
songs we because we then focused on the ones that we did do. But honestly, yeah, lots of well-known Christmas things that were wonderful, ballads that Hannah sang so beautifully. Yeah, there were so many.
Well, watching the whole special, was there anything or any moment in the special that you would really want fans to focus on? Maybe your favorite moment, your favorite song, your favorite performance.
Well, there are several, and I think there's enough variety in the show for everybody to have their favorite, because it depends on what style of music you prefer. But there is one particular musical performance, which is "Oh Holy Night," that Hannah sings beautifully, but she does it in a kind of pop way, but then becomes quite classical with it. So we're performing with the English National Opera Chorus, and they are the choir that are backing her for that song. So there's a huge rousing moment in the middle where Hannah sings this long note. It's suspended in midair.
That range
And
is incredible.
yeah, exactly. So then the audience rise to their feet and they applaud then, but the song isn't over. Then we get to the end. She's performing with the choir that her mum sang in when she was younger. And she's performing to her mum and dad and daughter who are sitting in the theatre.
Aw.
It's beautiful. And then when we get to the end of the piece, the audience just erupted and stood up and applauded. It was really that's a special moment, I think.
Special moment. Moira, I have a question for you. In the preview, we saw Hannah's famous friends kind of stopping by to join her in a little song and dance. I won't say who, but Ted Lasso and Eurovision fans should probably watch the special as well as everybody else. Did you have sort of to maneuver around scheduling to get those people included into this special? And was there anyone maybe that couldn't make it that you hoped did?
I think that we've got some fabulous guests and fans of those productions that you mentioned will certainly not be disappointed, for sure. We've got some lovely little Christmas presents for fans within this show. And obviously, as you know, we've got a great range of wonderful guests. And as you would expect, those people are very busy, and rightfully so, in demand globally. So there was, you know, a lot of arranging behind the scenes of people's schedules, but it all came together like a Christmas miracle in the end.
Perfect for the special. Last question, Moira. I have to ask. Kind of, I felt like when I was, watching the clips of this, I was like, move over, Mariah Carey. There is a new Christmas diva in town. Are we going to get a Christmas special every year, maybe on Apple TV with Hannah?
Well, I really, for one, would expect a renewed Christmas special with Apple. And no doubt, I mean, what I'd say is, look, the woman should really have her own variety show. And I'd be right behind her if that were to happen.
And David, would you be interested in working to do that every year for her?
I'd absolutely love it. Yeah, she's a pleasure to work with, and yeah, and also it's a pleasure to celebrate Christmas twice every year. So let's do it again.
That's true. There's room for two divas in the Christmas world, right? Mariah will come out of the defrost, and Hannah will be waiting for her.
There you go. Exactly.